My vision was to create an excellent university in the heart of Africa to welcome students in order to give a complete education, to have the students who will be ready to be transformed, to be cadres, best cadres of transformation of the society, of the community, of their country, and to do an excellent work before God, before our nation, and for Africa, and even before the world, because here we have also Indians, we have American students here, we have everybody. I was born in 1948, October, in DRC, Masisi. And I've done all my school in DRC, primary school, secondary school, university. I worked there. I started my job at the university, the first job, 21st October 1974, Lubumbashi University, as assistant lecturer, appointed by the Prime Minister. I had really passion to assist people, because I am born in a family which had this tradition to give cows to people, to receive many people. I saw mom, I saw dad, and all other people. There was nothing of selling milk, of selling drinks, just giving free of charge and so on, and receiving people. So I had this in mind. What can I do to assist people, to make people happy, to make people build their lives, the character, to give them knowledge, performance skills, and to empower the character with ethical principles and values. To use that word to tell you the truth, it was not an exile for me, because I was born in 48. In fact, my father left this country in 35, looking for big land for his cows. And the whole clan went to Masisi, because it was empty land. So it means that I was born there as a native of there, and there was no problem. And we had many cows, so we grow in excellent conditions. I had a father who was really a visionary. Instead of leaving us in the cows and be shepherd, he said, no, you must go to school. And schooling in Congo was very, very, very hard. Very few schools. Even to go to primary school, we should really, it was very hard for us because it was very far from our home. So, but the father said, please go to school. I'll give you everything. And our mother said, no, not possible. Let them be here with us. We have everything. We have big lands, we have a lot of cows. So there is no problem to go and make the children suffer. But our father did his best. Among his children, 5 got a PhD. And unfortunately, they passed away. But my father had 4 wives. 4 wives. So we have a Professor Dr. Gasana. He was Dean of the Faculty of Science at Butare. We worked together. He had a PhD in biology from Tokyo. I mean, he went there, but he presented his PhD in 77. 77, can you imagine? With a Congolese passport. All of us had Congolese passport. Congolese passport. Myself, I presented in 82, Dr. Kalisa, who was the representative of DRC in WHO, who was my brother for a long time. They passed away. I wanted to be a person ready to assist other people. I thought to become a missionary. Even now, I have some churches in the country. I'm a pastor, in fact. I have some churches and others. So I wanted really to have my life, be a life ready to assist other lives. And when I grew, because we had a system of education in Congo which was not good, I changed my mind. I say, I must be educationalist. I must do my best to have a higher quality of learning, to prepare myself to create the university with best practices, university with complete education, in order to give people an environment which will give them a higher quality of teaching and higher quality of learning. And my conferences at the stadium, every time I have conferences with the students, I talk of the quality of teaching. This is the side of the institution, but the quality of learning, this is the side of the students. This is a very, very important question. The question to take a decision to come to Rwanda in 94. Because here just in Rwanda in 94, insecurity was there. To take that decision and convince my wife, it was not easy. But I had the private university in Goma. So this pushed me to come to Rwanda because I had students there and some lecturers there, combined. But those who were targeted to be killed, to continue the genocide project, supported by many countries, DRC, up today, were those called Batutsi. So I was among the targeted people. At that time, Goma was a small city, but now it has become very big because of the 30 years of insecurity done by FDLR. So I prayed to God. I say, God, I have my students here. I have my lecturers here. Those targeted, can you assist us to cross the border? So I was forced to cross the border and leave the institution. And once at Gisenyi, I was received by General Charles Kayonga. He was the first person to receive me. And from that time up to today, he is really my friend. Say, you are coming here, it is a great opportunity. You come and assist us. We are in the area of army, but we need some people like you. I say, I'm ready. I have prayed, and I have no fear. 9th December 94, appointed to think about we can restart the National University of Rwanda. We are very few, very, very, very few. Yeah, and we were told to please do your best to start as soon as possible. It is a political decision. Of course, I've just said that I had Université de Goma, created by myself, founded by myself. I had some money, but I had also a lot of cows. So I have used the money I have and my cows to sell them in order to have money to start the university. Unfortunately, this university was completely destroyed. All belongings, all goods and wealth belonging to the target group called Batutsi were completely destroyed. Saying that they might come back. When they might come back, they should find anything, even no brick. Do you understand? So our cows, everything were destroyed, except the land. So when I came here, I worked as a full-time from 94, before it started, because the National University of Rwanda started in April 95. Myself, I was hired, I was recruited 9th December 94, 5 months before. So I knew that the government had no money. The new government form, which the cabinet, the first cabinet, was set up 19 July 1994. So it was not possible for the government to recruit professors from outside, and it was not possible for them to admit many students because of fund. So I thought, since I had an experience of the University of Goma and of other places in France, Belgium, everywhere, I say, I want to start a university, private one at Kigali, for some people who have some money, and the children cannot be admitted at the National University of Rwanda because of lack of money from the government. I'm sure some students will come to me. So I started this project 15 March 1996 at St. Paul's Church. St. Paul's Church is near Sainte Famille, downtown, renting 2 small rooms. And my office was just in the corridor. And bringing my colleague from National University of Rwanda as visiting lecturers. Some, I contacted them to be part of the project, but they refused this project. There is no money, and the country is not very strong. So it's not possible for us to be partners of this project. So it was a very risky project. So now we are 28 years. One thing which is very important, maybe you don't know, the University of Rwanda was created in October 63 with 8 faculties, 8 big schools. In 94, can you imagine, after 31 years of existence, after 31 years of existence, 94, they only produced 2,000 graduates for 8 schools, 8 faculties, with more than, I don't know, 20 departments. Can you imagine? So the system was to block, not to have intellectuals. 30 years. My university now, we have produced 41,425 graduates and masters combined, because of master's program from 24th September 2012 at this building. So this building, when it was finished, we got accreditation from the Ministry of Education, accreditation of master's program, 9 master's program, 9. Wow. So we are very happy. And not only the number, I say this, our master's program and bachelor's program, they have a component which is neglected. They have a complete education. I want you to write this and to understand it and to write it, please. Because this is the most important thing in me. That's why even I am ready even to work up to 10 p.m. What is that thing? It's a complete education. What is a complete education? Is to give to students a higher quality of teaching. We have many aspects of higher quality of teaching. That is a very good selection of teachers. You have a test. Even if you have a PhD, you have to sit for a test. You have to do a vetting to know your values, your principles, and to have a team of recruitment and give a brochure of that. Myself, I set principles, values, standards. I appoint a team of 7 persons, 6 persons. See, we have these candidates. Please do your best, and we shall take someone who has 80% to set up standards, authorities. Even now, the chairman of the board is Professor Dr. Karangwa, Christolog. He has been a rector, he has been authority in Congo, he has been, before him, Professor Dr. Rwigamba Pierre, in order to get ideas from those really expert in education. So this is on the side of the teaching. The side of learning. Every time I meet all the students, say, please check if the modules are on ULK platform. To have the complete text before you start. Now, we have 6 important elements to mix for you. Number 1 is class participation, not attendance. Participation is mental mobilization to follow explanations given by the lecturer. Class participation, don't miss a session unless you are at the hospital, unless you have a very important reason. Because once you miss a section of 4 hours, it is a lot of things you are missing. Class participation, number 1. Number 2, regular personal study, to revise in order to understand very well. In order to have a store in your brain, a store of every module, every course. Regular personal work. Number 3, teamwork, group work, team. Together, everybody achieves more. And the teamwork is a very good opportunity to develop your English spoken skills. Because our students, even at Butare, we are using French. So we changed. All these institutions were using French. You understand what I say? So it is a very good opportunity to develop your spoken English. I say, I'm not a marketer of the British language. No, I'm an Africanist. Even here we have a permanent office of Africanism, chaired by Honorable Musoni Protas. And the permanent cadre is Honorable Samasaka Gabriel. I have given them an office free of charge, with internet, electricity, with everything. We have some meetings here and training free of charge. I'm a patriot. I'm an Africanist. I am proud to be Rwandan. I was born in Congo and everything, but now I have chosen to be Rwandan. Even this movement through and the others, when they come, the journalists say, please, I've been a senator 80 years. So I made a choice. My choice, I'm Rwandan. I have nothing to say on DRC. We have achieved maybe 70%, but I want to do more for the country. My vision was to create a university an excellent university in the heart of Africa. Rwanda is the heart of Africa. An excellent university in the heart of Africa, with excellent teaching staff and managers, administrative and everything, to welcome students in order to give a complete education. But it didn't finish the concept of complete education. In order to have the students who will be ready to be transformed, to be cadres, best cadres of transformation of the society, of the community, of their country, and to do an excellent work before God, before our nation, and before Africa, and even before the world, because here we have also Indians, we have American students here, we have everybody. In fact, now presently we have 41 nationalities here. 41. We have almost 3,000 students from various countries. So this complete education, I want to finish that concept, which is really is a higher quality of teaching, higher quality of learning. I say for higher quality of learning, it's class participation, regular personal revision, group work, ICT to master ICT as a tool, but a very important tool of research, of science, of business, of everything. And English language, we have listening, no problem. Reading, no problem. But writing, we have a problem. Speaking, we have a problem. To master English language as a tool, as an international tool, a scientific tool, a business tool, a diplomatic tool, and then reading, physical books and digital resources. We have cadres to train them to digital resources, to go there and look for articles, books in library from Harvard University. We pay money. From Cambridge, Oxford, we are there to assist them. Even on Wednesday, we have a very, very important meeting with someone coming from Canada, to connect us to digital resources for research, for the student and for the staff. And of course, to pay money for that, subscription money. So this is to give a higher quality of learning. But what is learning? You have to stock knowledge, competence. Now we speak of modules because we give them much practical exercises, case studies, presentation, debates in the class. This is to train them for performance. But the real performance will come with realities of work. So we have knowledge, competence. We have to know, to perform, to get performance and skills. But there's something important, to be. You have to be, to know, to perform. To be is to empower people who come to us with ethical principles and values in order to have a complete person. Ethical principles and values. The first step is to explain the importance of these principles and values. The second is to ask our students to practice them. To practice them. You become what you practice. To practice integrity. To practice justice. To practice love. Tolerance. To practice the value of knowing that you are here as a humble servant of God, a humble servant of people. You are here to serve. The principle of knowing your mission on this earth. The principle of empowering positive values in you, in the character, to change your character. It's a process of changing in order to be an excellent cadre of changes, an excellent cadre of transformation of others. Yes, I have achieved, but I pray God to give me health and some years in front of me to continue to assist people who will replace me. I'm thinking of the retirement, but in education there's no retirement unless you don't have force. But to assist people, many people, that's why I created a foundation and sent people to foreign countries, and when they come here, they assist me. So this plot, can you imagine to have a plot in the city of Kigali of 26 hectares, 26 hectares a plot with a land title? Was it easy for a private? We started in the wetland, Kachiru, but I know that this was for a short time. I looked for a land, and at that time, it was at the period of Mutsila Shaka. I went to see him. I said, I want a big land because I have a big vision for this country, not this country, for Africa. I want a big land. I showed him this. It was just on a paper. I said, look, my vision. See, you professor, you people coming from Congo, you are just like this. I said, no. I said, try to see. So he looked for information for my friends and others. And so this is Professor Balinda. He's very serious. You know him, he's very, very, very serious. And the Professor Rwanda, unfortunately, who died last year, Professor Rwanda, he died at almost 90 years. He was the presidential advisor, Pastor Bizimungu, the first president of this country. He came from Congo. Professor Karango also came from Congo, Professor Kaliso, and many others. So they convinced him to sign the document because of my vision. I say, I want a big space for many schools, for TVET, for everything, in order to be a center, a remarkable university in the center of Africa, which will serve not only Rwanda, but South Africa. So, to answer to your question, I have achieved 8%. But I need more time, is my prayer, to add more. Yeah, if you have a will, you share what you have. It's my strong belief with my wife. If you have a very good will, you share what you have with love. It's not a matter of having a lot of money. No. We have given the scholarship, we read it, more than 2,000 students. Very clever students, survivors of the genocide, people coming from any place without parents or without any means, from all corners, in order to assist them, to empower them, to build their lives, and to have a regular talk with them that I have done this, requesting you and praying for you to do the same for others. I will never need any money to me. No. Do it for others. And it helped a lot, because when you have someone who has a salary here of 2 million, and he's paying school fees of 7-10 persons here. I mean, from his large family, I'm very happy. I say this was my vision. I help someone, not to give him fish, but to show him how to fish.